Welcome to Faith Stories with Dawn DeMarco-Book. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they will see your good works and give glory to your Father in heaven. Matthew 5:16.
And welcome to Faith Stories. I'm Dawn DeMarco-Book. What is Faith Stories? Faith Stories are Christians from all walks of life who share their stories of faith, hope, and love. And my prayer is that you would come to know the Lord through His Word, which is the Bible. So if you need a Bible, please let me know at FaithStorieswDawnDeMarco@gmail.com. First, I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy Hanukkah to our Jewish friends, sisters, and brothers of the Jewish faith. Really want to just say that we love you and thank you for joining Faith Stories. Stacey Herring's book, The Fields of Gomorrah. Please check it out on. You can get it on YouTube. Sorry. Not YouTube, Amazon and Barnes & Noble. And it's a great story. It's a page turner. It's about a young girl who ran away from home, had gotten into a fight with her mom, and she got caught up in the sex trafficking trade. Really a good book. Check it out, you guys. Okay, we're going to go to a quick commercial, and we'll be right back with my amazing special guest, Nancie Success. I love her last name. All right, we'll take a quick break.
Broughton Garage Door Sales now offers you a difference with the LiftMaster Secure View Ultra Quiet Smart Opener with camera, LED 360-degree lighting, and battery backup. Built-in camera adds video and two-way audio communication to the MyQ app. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage anytime, anywhere from your smartphone. Schedule today at Broughton.com.
Just simply call Broughton, we open doors for you.
Tavilla Properties, located at 11471 West Sample Road, Suite 17, located in Coral Springs, Florida, for all your commercial needs. Call Jan at 954-341-1632. That's 954-341-1632, or visit www.tavilla.properties.com. Welcome back to Faith Stories. If you have any prayer requests, please email me at faithstorieswithdawn@gmail.com. That's faithstorieswithdawn@gmail.com. And welcome back. Sorry about that faux pas. I was like tongue-tied there. Oh, my special guest, Nancie Success. She has an amazing company called King's Wellness Ranch. And Nancie,
yes.
It's so funny. Nancie and I got together a couple weeks ago. We were just talking. And then I said to her this just now, I said, I never found out how your whole business came to be.
Yeah.
Isn't that, I mean, hello. You get two women together, though. That's usually what happens, right?
First with shoes.
Right, shoes. Yes, we both love shoes.
Yeah.
And Haley's shoes are amazing.
Yeah.
Haley Page of She Is
Oh, I
Cheval.
love it.
You guys love her stuff. I have her Yabba Dabba Dot shoes, which are purple. Pearls.
Pearls.
Okay, we're going to start over. No. Take 3. Anyway, okay, Nancie, let's talk about what happened to you and why you started your business, which is an equine
assisted learning, assisted therapy.
Learning? Okay.
Yeah, program.
Which
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Gosh, when I first created this beautiful little safe haven, I thought, okay, let me just create it. Let me just put off the love the result of what happened to me. And now I'm finding out I have to step out and give the backstory of what truly happened.
Right.
So goes back to October 29th, 2017, 7 p.m. I was going to see the guy that I was with at the time, and right off 595, kind of like noticed like something's off, but okay. Then
you noticed something was off on 595?
595, yeah.
Okay,
It was just kind of like off, and then next thing I remember, I'm in the hospital.
Really? Do you have any recall of the accident?
Things that, like the guy I was with, what he was selling me, my ex at the time, yeah, he was kind of filling me in, and then through just going through the case and learning what happened, but I don't physically remember myself.
Really?
Yeah, I was completely out. But through the stories that I was told, yes, I called my ex at the time, and the paramedics. It was a 6 or 7 car pileup.
Oh my gosh.
And the first car, I believe, went into traffic, and then his truck, it was a Silverado, and literally right here was the tires. And
You're kidding.
no, I remember, like, just through pictures and videos, like the tire was like right here, and I was kind of laying on the tire like this.
From the back? You
Yeah,
came
from
in
the
through
back. So I had a Nissan Sentra. So his Silverado car just kind of like plowed all the way through. So I had no back seat.
Oh my God.
And it was just like, yeah, the tire, his truck tire was like right here on my shoulder. But the crazy part was I had my little dog with me.
Oh, was your puppy okay?
Yeah, she was okay.
Which is crazy.
Which is nuts. She alerted me with the accident. So she kind of jumped on my lap.
So she knew it was coming.
Yeah, she jumped on my lap, and I pushed her down, and that was like the last thing I remember. It was like, Bella, and then pushed her down.
Wow.
And yeah, so it was a really bad car accident. I remember the woman in front of me was a pregnant mother,
Oh my God.
and she lost her baby.
Oh,
And that was like a devastating thing for me to go through, because waking up in the hospital, we were like face to face like this.
You're kidding.
Yeah, no, and
What?
I was just like,
You were in the same room?
yeah, we were in the same room. It was chaos.
Chaos.
It was straight chaos. And yeah, her and I, when I woke up in the hospital, she was right and facing me, blood everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
And I
Oh my
remember like, did I do this? Did I do this? Did I do this?
Right.
Like, and I couldn't remember anything. So
That's
was
God's grace.
yeah.
So no, it really is.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you don't need to remember every detail. Some
Yeah.
people may want to know that,
Yeah,
but I don't think
I
that
didn't,
that
yeah.
benefits you in
No.
any way.
No, it was learning what happened to me. It was just like, oh, okay. Like,
Right.
wow, all right. So I had to go through that process and learning the legal system.
Ugh.
Going
That's
through
no
that
fun.
as a woman, it was just like, oh, okay. But for me, I worked with special needs prior.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I worked with a couple of schools around. So for me, I kind of had the back ending of what this was going to entail. I had the friends, the therapists, and everything. So it was kind of like, oh, I need to rely on my community right now because you're not for me. You're
Really?
legally.
Oh,
was
yeah,
just
no.
like-
Gosh, no.
legally, it was like you're not for me, and I need to rely on my community. And pretty much, I put myself on paper, and I did my own FBI. It's like a scan that we use in the special needs world. We pretty much write out our own data and our own behavior, our
Okay.
short-term goals, our long-term goals. So I
And you were able, but didn't you have a brain injury?
I did. I dealt 2017 accident happened, was going through all the medical, physical.
Right.
No one was picking up the brain injury till I started spitting water at my ex at the point. At
Oh,
that
you're
time.
kidding.
No, it was just
They
like
didn't do like a CT scan or
no.
anything
They
like
sent me
that?
home.
What?
They sent me home.
Oh my God. Wait, what?
Yeah. That was
my
the crazy
gosh.
part of the story, that they sent me home the same night. And we fought. It was just like, because I woke up and they're like, oh, it was just chaos. For me, I felt like it was just so much chaos that they didn't know what to do. They did a couple of tests. They're like, oh, she's okay. And they sent me home. And and they're like, just follow with your chiropractor, you know, your typical standard that they give you.
Right.
So, and then I followed through with my chiropractor and legal team.
Mm-hmm.
And through that, I kept complaining like, I'm having headaches. And it was nothing serious. I went to a couple of doctors, and then they were like, oh, wait a minute, there's something there.
Did you go to a
Yeah,
neurologist?
yeah. At that
Okay.
point, I was just like, okay, I'm shopping around
Something's
neurologists.
wrong.
Something's not right. Something's not right.
How long before you knew you had a brain injury?
God, they discovered at 2019. So
it took 2 years.
Yeah, just about. Because at that point, my ex, I just kept spitting water, and he was like, "Why are you spitting water at me?" And I thought, "Huh? What are you talking about? I didn't do nothing. I didn't
didn't
know.
correlate that.
I had no idea what I was doing.
But it took 2 years.
Yeah.
That's shocking to me.
Yeah. It was. I had shoulder injury, knee injury. I was
Well, yeah, when
banged
someone's
up.
tire ends up near your face,
Yeah.
and so he came just
Plowing, and
plowing
then
into you.
I plow into the
person in front of you.
me, and then they just kept going
Yeah.
and going. Yeah.
So
it
was
just-
he was the culprit of
Yes.
what happened?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we legally had to go through all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And from there, after they discovered the brain injury, it was just like, okay, I went through different layers of figuring out who I am, what I am, if I'm a human, what is that? What am I seeing? And I didn't want to go your traditional route.
Yeah.
And my background is holistic.
Right,
So
right.
for me, it was just like, you're not cutting me open.
Right, right.
I don't want to take that pill. Let's figure this
Sure.
out. I found my chiropractor who I absolutely love and will recommend him for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Because with him, he was just like, no, let's try holistic. She's holistic. I'm holistic.
right.
We partnered up.
Same
And
book, same
yeah,
page.
everything. And we just navigated. And through that, yeah.
So let me ask you this: during this whole process, at that point in time, were you someone who believed in God and had Jesus as your savior, or were you like, yeah, no, I don't, whatever?
I grew up in church. My parents were like, you just go to church and
Right,
and
which all kids are like,
No,
oh,
yeah,
do we have to?
Do we have to? Yeah. So my background, I was very involved in the church. I ran the youth groups.
So you had that foundation.
Yeah, my foundation
But then
was
you did-
Christ, and it was just like, okay, as
disconnect,
usual, there was
right.
that disconnect that happened, and I was like, I'm out. And
You're out, and you were out for a while until this happened.
yes.
And so tell me how you were able to reconnect with the Lord. Was there a specific moment, or was it over a period of time that happened?
When I started the company, it started great. We hit it off with a bang. Everyone was great. We did a couple of markets. Everybody loved it. So I was like, okay, great. I had the two therapists. I had the admin. I had everything.
So
going.
you had what type of therapist were this?
I had a mental health counselor,
Okay.
and then I had an equine practitioner.
Okay, awesome.
So I had the team. I was like doing the meetings and everything. And little did I know, there was a whole thing happening behind the scenes.
Because you entrusted those people
I had
with your
my business, and I knew these women.
Right.
So
Which is even worse.
yeah.
You know, I mean, a stranger you can understand, but people who know you and
Yeah.
you trust, and then go ahead.
It just was like, oh, wait a second, what's
Mm-hmm.
happening here? This is not my signature. That's not what's mine. Wait, whoa. So it was kind of, let me hide my kid really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take the horses and hide in the woods
Right.
and protect everything. So through that experience, it was just like, okay, God, at that point, I knew I needed to go back, but it was just like, okay, let me figure this out.
You wanted to do it all
Yeah,
on your own,
I
which
mean-
God is, I said that to you earlier. He's a gentleman, and
Yeah.
he's there knocking on your heart all the time, and he's waiting for you to take that next step and
yeah,
say,
totally.
okay, Lord, help me with this because I need help. And
Yeah.
so you wanted
Yeah.
to do it all on your own, and then what?
Yeah, and then it was just like slipping. I was losing everything, and I just thought, oh my God.
Oh my God,
Oh my
God,
God.
right?
and I remember the day, and my keys got locked in the car. I'm out in Loxahatchee. No one can get to me. And I'm having these two horses, and it's about to be midnight. And, no, I'm sorry, it's about to be like 7. And I have no way to get into this cabinet,
Oh my
into my
gosh.
car. And I'm just like, okay, I know what to do here. I know who I go to. and I remember that night, I was just like, hi?
Remember me? Hello?
Remember me? Like, we haven't done this
Right.
in such a long time.
Right.
The last time we've done this, this is what happened. And this is what I thought happened.
Okay.
And then I thought, okay, let me just let get that out of the way. And then I didn't expect, that was like an answered prayer, because
Right.
I got the horses out of Loxahatchee and into this beautiful facility. And then I'm thinking, okay, I don't need
Oh,
you
so
anymore.
you just needed him in the
I
moment.
just needed you. Like, okay, great, thank you.
Yeah, but he won't let you.
No. So I get into this new facility and I'm working with new people and I'm thinking, all right, everything is gravy,
Yeah.
prayers are answered. Thank you. Yeah, right.
Not-
and it was
not
just
happening.
like, second location, I was just like, okay.
What happened?
Something's not right here.
Again?
Yeah, I was
Oh,
like,
girl.
something's not right. And then that's when it was just like, okay, let's stop playing with this now. And then I reached out to my girlfriend, Rose, and I said, I think we need to have a conversation.
Okay. What does Rose do?
And Rose she was my instructor years back,
Okay.
but we just became friends, and she's very, very close with the Lord. Rose is the person.
I love how the Lord does that. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm going to literally place Rose back
Like,
into
in
your
there.
life,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and it literally was just at that moment, I thought, well, Rose has been there this whole time. Like every segment where I thought I was gonna latch off or
Right.
fell off, I'm like, all right, well, let me call Rose. And I called Rose and I told her, and ever since then we've been like going through the process and me rebuilding that relationship. And I
Sure.
had to find what Christianity meant for me,
Right,
and
sure.
what God and horses meant for me, because for me, these were my godly
Right.
creatures. So for
And
me,
you're
I'm like,
gifting. That's the thing about the Lord. He wants you to, the gifting that he gives to you is to use it for his glory.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
that's what happens.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Because for me, I thought, okay, well, here I built it. I didn't talk to you about it.
No, I know.
I didn't.
That's the thing. It's like, did I pray about this?
No.
Did I pray about who to bring in?
No. And it was just like, Rose was just like, let's start back all
Yes.
over. It was just like, okay, let's rebuild this.
Right.
And it was just like my prayers. I did a whole fast where I wake up at 4:44 in the morning.
God bless you.
I'm determined to get this relationship right, because for me, out here in this 3D world, I can't do it. Like
Right.
this human is just like,
No. Well, we're fallible and we're flawed, and that's why we need a savior.
yeah.
Right?
And so for me, it was just like, okay, you lead, please. I'm okay back here.
I know. Guide and
Yeah.
direct my steps. Right?
Yeah. Every morning I wake up and I do this. Her name is Nikki, and I wake up with her every morning. We do this 4:44 prayer,
Devotional?
prayer, and I do my meditation, and I go to see the horses.
Okay.
And that was like the transition that just like, okay, you take control. You tell me what to go. You tell me what to say, because I don't know.
I know. But see, when you surrender to the Lord, that's when your life starts to change.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. It was just like, okay. And then I stopped saying no to things. Oh, do you want to go to that? Sure. Okay. Do you want to do that? Sure. Do you want to take the horses there? Sure. Oh, have you thought about this with the horses? No, but I'm interested.
Yeah,
Come
right.
on by,
Well, you
because
need
it's
to
no
be-
longer about me.
Right.
Yeah.
Be open and see.
Yeah.
But also, just because something is brought to you doesn't necessarily mean it's a good thing. You need to pray about it,
Yes,
right?
yes, yeah. Oh, big time. Yeah, that was like after it was in November. Literally, this November.
Oh, you mean last month?
Yeah, last
hello.
month. Last month was October, and November was just like, oh my God. hey, God, step in now.
Really?
Yeah, it was
What
like
happened?
now. It was literally like me trusting those people and thinking that, okay, yeah, everything's good. I can trust you to I'm trusting you to do what you say you know how to do.
Right.
And it was just like, oh. And then that
So he
little
put a
voice,
stop to it,
yes,
right?
it
And
was
he
like,
let you know,
Yeah.
no, this is
No,
not
no.
the people you need to be working with.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I
okay.
made that prayer, and literally, I don't know if it's a week later or I met you.
Ah!
And
Well, how do you like that?
I came here with Dawn, and Dawn sent me the invite for the Christmas thing, and then
Right.
I showed up, and then I met you, and I met
Right.
Candace, and I met Lucy, and it just was my prayer of like, hey God, if we're gonna do this,
Right.
I need you to dissect and know my heart in
Right.
ways that I don't know it.
Right.
And bring in the people that will cherish and know my heart
Yeah.
and know that the things that I'm dealing with, because for me, I'm still dealing with the effects of the brain injury.
Oh, I bet.
And so for people, like, it's just like, hey, let's do this. And I'm like, hey, no, I need time.
Right.
And if you tell me something once, you're gonna have to tell it to me 50 or 100 times.
Gotcha. Good to know.
Yeah, if I ask, like, it's not because I'm irritating you.
No.
And it
You have to
taught
have that
me-
understanding.
Yeah, that understanding, it taught me. And so for me, in return, I have that understanding, like, hey, compassion comes first.
Right.
So, and it's hard to get people to understand that in a world where it's just hustle and bustle
know.
and bustle. So, yeah, it's been
That's a crazy ride. Okay,
Yeah.
listen, girl, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Broughton Garage Door Sales now offers you a difference with the LiftMaster Secure View Ultra Quiet Smart Opener with camera, LED 360-degree lighting, and battery backup. Built-in camera adds video and two-way audio communication to the MyQ app. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage anytime, anywhere from your smartphone. Schedule today at broughton.com.
Just simply call Broughton. We open doors for you.
Tavilla Properties, located at 11471 West Sample Road, Suite 17, located in Coral Springs, Florida, for all your commercial needs. Call Jan at 954-341-1632. That's 954-341-1632, or visit www.tavillaproperties.com. Welcome back to Faith Stories. If you have any prayer requests, please email me at faithstorieswithdawn@gmail.com. That's faithstorieswithdawn@gmail.com. And welcome back. Okay, Nancie, let's talk more about what you do with the horses and who you work with, because that's I love
right.
that.
Yeah, I love that part. So what we do equine assisted activities and therapy. So equine assisted activities is where me and the other equine specialist, the one that works with the horse, we
Okay.
create different activities, different grounding work, with different leading activities, where to build confidence, to deal with the emotional, to dive a little deeper into the psyche, and to just help you build that confidence, that true sense of self.
Okay.
That's equine assisted learning. And for me, I didn't want to take it just a little. So for me, I had a therapist right in there.
Okay,
So
but
I
I
ma-
think that's awesome.
Yeah, like
Nancie.
it just dives a little deeper within the activities,
Right.
within the thing, within the groundwork, and within what. And for me, each horse is somatically trained and deal with different therapeutic sessions.
Okay.
Because these are the horses that I used on me. So for me, yeah, they know how to, like King. You get next to King. I can't promise you what kind of healing you're gonna go through, because I put that horse through every single.
Oh, did you
Yeah,
really?
somatic training. Oh, Nancie, you're dealing with this. I'm seeing shadows. Hey, King, let's go through this workout.
Wow.
Like he was my mirroring partner through
my gosh, how
everything.
awesome is that?
So that's who I use for equine assisted learning. But in equine assisted therapy, I like to think about it and tell people that's the surgical room.
Okay.
That's when we add the clinicians into it.
Okay.
That's when I like to partner up with like different psychiatrists, different hypnotherapists.
Okay.
Because for me, I'm like, that's where like we're gonna dive deeper into the psyche, where
Whether it's trauma or special needs.
like recovery, PTSD.
Okay.
Like that, your veterans, your people that's dealing with neurodivergency. That's when, for me, we're about to enter the surgical room. Doctors have, their surgery, and
Right.
teachers teach. Well, for me, I feel like, hey, once we enter the arena, that's the surgical. That's where we need to dive deeper to get you to break through whatever you're going through. I know there's a lot of prescriptions that are being given and things, and trust me, I take prescriptions. I'm okay with it. But also, let's bring in the nature. Let's bring in the people.
natural, the homeopathic, if you can.
Yes,
I mean, that's the better way to
absolutely.
go, because
Yeah.
look, you have to talk with your doctor and
Yes,
your healthcare
absolutely.
professional.
Yeah. And that's where we partner up with different doctors, different communities, because I want to, in my mind, I'm sharing my therapy sessions with you.
Right.
I'm walking into this room with you. I'm your advocate.
Right.
King and I are sitting there with you, and we're hearing every day. Every day is a different day. Every second is
bet.
different. So for me, it's like, hey, I understand what you're dealing with, because I'm dealing with it myself. And so together we can conquer it.
That is so powerful, and I oh my gosh, girl, I can't wait to come out and meet King. What's your other horse's name?
I have King, and then Scout, and then we have Chip. Chippy's my little guy. And then we have other horses there, like Jade and Spike. Yeah, we have a whole community.
Oh, that is so awesome. So how do they get in touch with you? I know they've been showing it on the screen, but just in case people are just listening, go ahead and let them know how to reach out to you.
Yes, you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, all social media platforms under King's Wellness Ranch. You can contact us at 561-704-4851. And website is kingswellnessranch.com.
Awesome. Thank you,
Thank you so
girlfriend.
much.
I love it.
Yay.
Yes, and I'm going to bring some young ladies out to meet you and meet King and all the other horses. I think it'll be an amazing opportunity for her. You guys, thank you so much for joining us this week. Listen, because it's the holidays, we're going to be back next Monday at 3 o'clock. And my guest is Candace Campbell. And I met her when I dropped off my new kittens to get fixed. And her and I just started talking. She's an artist and she's an amazing young lady. And I can't wait to have her on the show. You guys have an amazing and Merry Christmas and a blessed and happy Hanukkah. And we'll see you I was going to say next Wednesday, but it's next Monday at 3 o'clock. Take care.
Thank you for watching Faith Stories, where you will hear stories of hope, faith, and love. Please join us next week. And remember, God meets you where you are, but doesn't leave you where you are.